Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Marcy. So guys, today we are going to learn how to make this beautiful overbust off shoulder that has a gathered gown. As you can see how beautiful my own is looking. And guys, I want to say thank you to all my subscribers and the new ones. God bless you. If you're interested in learning this, just keep watching. Now I've gone ahead to fold my pattern paper into two. It's unfold. I'm just going to place my tape from the starting point like this, deducting 3 inches. You can remove 3.5 inches if you like. This is an up shoulder we are making, over bust off shoulder. Okay, I just went ahead to mark my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to the waist, and 2 inches for my seam allowance. The reason I added these 2 inches is because I am going to be padding this. So after padding, the length is not going to be shorting. Okay, this is just a half length. So I'm just going to go ahead and rule all the lines across like this. So I'll just lure out the lines like this. Now guys, I'm just going to go ahead and label my bust, my under bust, my waist, and the blouse length, which is the same allowance I added there, the extra allowance I added. Now I will divide my nipple to nipple by 2, which is 4 inches. If divided into 2, I'm just going to mark it starting from the bust down to the blouse length. I'll also mark it on this upper part, which is the shoulder or the chest line. I'll rule the lines like this. So after that, next thing is to mark 1.7 inches at this side of the under bust. You can mark 1.5, you can mark 2 inches depending on the size of your bust. On this center part, I mark 1 inch. So I'll take the 1.7 inches and mark from the under bust down to the blouse length. I also take the 1 inch and mark on the center part from the under bust down to the blouse length. Like I am making use of a bust 36. So I just decided to use 1.7 inches. If you like that place I mark 1.7, you can mark 1.5 depending how deep you want your bust curve to be. Now I'm just going to use my curvy rule and connecting it from the under bust to the bust line. I'll also repeat the same thing at this side center part. So on the upper side, which is the chest line or the shoulder side, the upper area, I'm just going to deduct 1 inch at the both side of this. So the purpose of doing this is to do your bust tightening. Okay, after that I'll connect from the bust, placing my French curve like this to the 1 inch I deducted out. As you can see here, I'll just connect this side as well. Now you can see that our cup is having shape. You can outline it like this. The cup or the bust tee is now having shape, and you can see that it's an over bust of shoulder, very upper. It went up. Now the next thing is to mark my bust measurement, divide by 4. I'll just mark it there on the upper part, adding back the 2 inches I deducted out plus my seam allowance. I'll mark it out. I'm just remeasuring it to know if I'm on the right part. Now I'll bring whatever I have on the shoulder, I'll bring it down to the bust area like this. So if I'm shaping it, if it is excess, I'm just going to trim it out. Same thing goes to the underbust. I'll mark my underbust divide by 4 plus that intake I took there, I mark there plus my seam allowance. I'll do the same thing on the waistline. So whatever I have on the waist, I'm just going to bring it down to the extra 2 inches I mark on the blouse length. I'll just go ahead and connect all the lines like this. So guys, if you know how you draft or mark or cut your off shoulder, just go ahead and do so. The reason why I'm making this tutorial is because of the over bust, because the off shoulder is over the bust. Okay, that is why I'm making this tutorial. If you know how you draft your off shoulder, go ahead and do so. So now I am done. The next thing is just to mark the armhole. I'm just going to remove 3 inches from this upper part, getting the length of my armhole like it is 7.7 inches. I'll mark from there. I'll just come in with 3.5 inches from this that leg. I'll just come in there, then connecting from the armhole depth to the 3.5 inches I came in to make my armhole curve. So if you know how you curve out your armhole, make sure you do that. If you want to follow my pattern, you are free to do so. All right. So our front off shoulder over bust is ready. This is it, guys. So now for the neck depth, I'm not gonna be cutting out any neck depth for now, because the style we are recreating, you must join it on the fabric before cutting out any neck depth for the front. So I'm not going to be cutting out any neck depth for now. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out all these pieces, then I'll transfer it to my fabric and join. After joining, I'm going to make our front curvy over bust look. Okay, after cutting this out, I'm just going to go straight to the back. So the front is ready. Let's dive into the back. Now this is the back. I have gone ahead to mark out my 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance, as you can see the line here. So I'm just going to go ahead removing 6.5 inches from the upper part, placing the tape like this. I wanted my back to be a little bit down. I removed 6.5 inches, placing it like this to mark the shoulder to bust, or I'll mark shoulder to the waistline, I'll mark, and I'll just mark my allowance. So you can mark 1.5 inches, like I mark 1.5 inches. You know, the front is my front is longer than the back with just 1 inch. So go ahead and do so. I will just outline all the lines like this. Sorry for the other little lines you are seeing over there. I'm just compiling the paper to make sure that it's enough. The one I have, the yellow paper I have, is not enough for me. That is why I just compile all this together. I hope you can see the main line we are drawing out. So this is my bust, this is my waist, and this is the blouse length for the back. So now next is to mark to input our nipple to nipple measurement divide by 2, starting from the upper part down to the blouse length. So this back is just going to have a simple dart line. You're just going to have a simple dart line or dart leg. It's not going to be any different dart or leg. I'm just going to go ahead, rule the lines, the nipple to nipple measurement line from the blouse length to the upper part of the paper. Now on the waist area, I'm just going to mark half inches at the both side. I'm just making our simple straight dart. So I'll use my ruler to connecting it from the waist down to the up to the bust area, like so. Just connect it, then taking it down from the waist to the blouse length. Everybody is familiar with this type of dart leg, so just go ahead and do your own the way you want it to be. Now I'm just going to input my bust measurement divided by 4 plus same allowance there. So whatever I have on the upper, I'm just going to bring it down to the bust line like this. Remember, after adding your bust measurement on the chest line, if you are shaping, know that you are going to be removing 1.5 inches at the both side of your bust, the side part, if you are shaping the chest line. While after sewing, you know that you're going to shape your blouse, right? While you are shaping it, remember to remove 1.5 inches on the both side of the chest line on your fabric, so that the upper area is going to be very tight. But after shaping and you notice that it's too tight for you, go ahead and remove it and deduct 1 inch. Okay, so it's better for you to mark your bust measurement there than your fabric to be shortened. Now I've gone ahead to connect all the lines like this, and as you can see, we are done with the back. Next is to mark the armhole curve. After cutting it, I'm just going to input our armhole curve. You can go ahead and put your armhole curve, but I wanted my front armhole curve and the back to be the same, to be equal. So after cutting this, I'm just going to bring my front to the back, so that the armhole curve is going to be the same. So now you can choose to remove the or deduct the inches you put. Like I removed 6 inches, getting the length of my armhole depth, which is 7.7 inches. I'll mark. Now I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the front, coming out with 3.5 inches, then curve it out with my armhole. That is the first step to connecting your armhole curve like this. But if you don't want that, after cutting it, you can go ahead and place your front like so, making sure that you are not placing it on the zipper allowance, closing the front that opening like this. You can see the way I'm closing it, so that it's going to be rhyme. If it did not rhyme with your armhole area, please make sure it's rhymes. So my rhyme with the back curve that I just marked, the back length. So I'll just remove it, then curve it out and cut it out. So we are done with the back. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. Okay, now I'm just going to mark or place my tape like this, removing 1/2 inch. I just wanted to give the back a little curvy neck shape, so I'll place my French curve like this. If you want, you can leave the back of your neck straight up like so. If you want to give it any curvy shape, you go ahead and curve it out, connecting it to the armhole area. So this is what I have. I'll still connect it to the armhole little by little. And that will be all for this tutorial, guys. I will be uploading the sewing part because I wouldn't want this tutorial to be too long, so I'm just going to upload the sewing part of this video. We are going to be stopping here. You can see that we are done with the drafting. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out, so I'll be uploading the sewing tutorial. If you have any question, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. It's not gonna remove any money from your bank account. Okay, subscription is free. And make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload a new tutorial. Okay, thank you for watching, and until then, see you on the next tutorial. Until then, bye for now. Make sure you do your zip tightening. Remove half an inch from your waist. Okay, as you can see me doing, I forgot to tell you that. Do your zip tightening. Remove half an inch from your waist area, the length of your waist at the zipper part, to avoid zip bugging. Guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next tutorial. Till then, bye for now.